Hello and welcome to We Hate Skill Windows, a podcast about skill windows and hating them and also reviewing manhwa and webtoons. My name is Rai,
I'm Chris.
and today we are reviewing I Obtained a Mythic Item. This is, as far as brief synopsis goes, the main character is a martial arts raider, which is really arguably just another word for hunter. It's the same sort of plot system. Um, but ignore that. He's a raider. Anyway, he's a martial arts raider. He goes into a dungeon. He finds an item and he's like, "Oh, neat! It's legendary. What if, or is it mythic? I don't know. I don't remember if the title is actually correct or if it's just legendary. Anyhow, he finds the item. He's like, cool. What if I didn't equip the item because I want to sell that shit? And then he gets betrayed, like, everyone else does. And he's like, well, fuck it. Item on. And then he gets sent back in time. I'm omitting some things just so it's not super duper in depth here. And then he goes back in time like 10 years, 20 years. I'm not
Yeah,
too sure.
or apparently, so they made a comment at some point. They were
He went
like,
back pretty far.
yeah, he made a comment that he went back about 10 years,
Okay.
but I thought he was 20 in the present, but when he came back, he was 16, so I wasn't
Oh, yeah, 10 years ago,
sure.
Yeah,
No, but they did make a comment that he went back 10 years, so I think,
hmm.
I don't know.
Okay. Well, trust 10 years then. Goes back 10 years, and now he has to restart life. But congrats, his mom's alive. And yeah, he just sort of like does shit. And he's pretty OP.
Yeah,
Yep. Cool. Uh did you have copious notes on this one?
well, I mean, I thought it was cool. He, kind of just like goes to school and then like he like meets friends,
Do you notice how
goes
opportunistic
partying,
he is?
train. Yeah.
How he was like,
So
damn, I got back. Alright, who should I make a connection with? Ah yes, the Lotus
yeah.
Guild leader. That would be nice. Oh yes, I need the alchemist as well. Isn't this like the trope that you hate?
Yeah.
Or like using people for your own gain purely cuz
Yeah.
I see. Well,
Mm,
I am still going to defend the idea that if I ever regressed in time, I would definitely at least seek out some famous people that came from my school or like college and see if I could be a better buddy buddy. Probably not
well,
like best friends,
that's
but
the one of the recently we learned of a famous person.
I
Yeah.
don't think that would help me. We would have to wait so many years if I went back to high school to have the game we're talking about even come out, and then we'd have to wait like 7 seasons in game. I don't, I don't think that's worth it.
Only famous person I think.
No, I'm thinking of like more of the people that we went to college with, maybe.
You knew
Not that,
famous people in college?
not
Oh, Frick, you must
famous,
have had
not
a more
famous,
interesting college life
famous.
than me.
Just people in my minor that got farther than I did. Let's just say it that way. You can
Oh,
understand. You were in the same fucking minor. You know the people that I'm probably referring to.
with
The people
that
that made it.
with
If I
that
was better friends with
connection.
them, like from the beginning, I think I would have actually been able to work on the same projects that they did, and then I probably could have actually gotten my name out there more.
Oh,
It really is that because the group that made the particular project I'm thinking of, at least, that got them to a few conferences. Uh, yeah, I'm pretty sure they all knew each other first.
they could
But
choose their groups.
uh, that was one of the games during that minor. For well, I said games. Okay, well, you know. Yep, it was one of those that you could actually choose, you know. It was an
Oh,
early game, but it did so well that it was brought to conference.
that's
Am I
cool. That's
salty?
cool.
Sort of, yes. But suffering from the pain of not being actually regress. Let's talk skill windows because I feel like we don't actually talk skill windows much.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
this thing they've got skill windows. The Nornir system, the Aesir system.
yeah.
Uh,
It's kind of
seems like
cringe.
everyone can see them. Uh, doesn't seem to do a huge amount besides just be like warning messages and or like status messages. And
Yeah,
like when the
I guess
characters use their magic, I guess maybe they see a
it has to
skill
be
window,
like a
but like
registered
I
skill.
don't know what that really does. Not too
Honestly, it's just kind
sure
of
if skill windows
interesting.
need to be in this world, honestly.
Yeah, it's kind of awkward. Like, imagine the Norse gods appeared, and
Right?
they're
And they're
like,
like,
guys, skill
Ragnarok's gonna
windows.
happen. Here's a skill window.
I really like. I just think the premise of these types of settings are always so just a little bit cringe. Like the gods appeared, but they came with skill windows.
And leveling and EXP probably
And everyone is
and
divided into
stats.
classes, and you got stats.
Oh,
Uh,
I also really hate, this is just a general hate. I really do not enjoy it when games have a luck stat that does like an arbitrary thing. Or not
oh
games,
yeah,
when these manhwa and webtoons particularly. Games do it too, but games are slightly more grounded. Not really. But
yeah. They're usually like crit stat, but like different.
Kristad or like lucky chance of finding something else in loot or something.
Yeah.
But this sort of luck stat in these sort of novels or webtoons, it's like if your luck stat is high enough, you can basically just become God. It
Mm.
doesn't work that way. Just because your luck stat is high enough does not mean you can dodge an attack from like a undefeatable boss. That does not work that way. It should not work that way. Of course, they don't care about should not, would not. They will do it anyway. Um, yeah, skill windows in this one not terribly oppressive, honestly. Main character doesn't like do anything horrible. Doesn't summon the fucking DP chop, but he also doesn't do anything insane with it. Sort of like a, it, it's just there. I don't know.
It exists.
Yep. I want to rate it.
Sure.
Cool. The art's good.
Art's super good. Oh my god. I
The
I
headmaster's face gets like more and more sculpted every chapter.
yeah.
Sort of magical. And yeah, I don't know. This one has, it's got a good style to it. It's got like the comedic faces and it's got the serious faces. And it does both pretty well. And characters have some cool fighting things. And they actually sort of draw it happening. Instead of like some cheaper ones that would just have like one action frame and then the character just like killing the thing. They actually
Mm.
draw it out. It's nice. It reminds me of the the SSS class disaster.
Oh
No, what's it called?
yeah. Disaster class hero or SSS
No,
Suicide Hunter.
reincarnation of the. No, what's it called? Dang. Okay, it's got a different name on webtoons. Already sort of forgot the name. Hold on.
Reincarnation of the Suicidal Battle God.
That's the one. Yeah, Doom Sword or whatever it's called on webtoons. Doombreaker.
Oh yeah,
It's
Doombreaker.
completely different. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, that one. It's like that one. The art style feels similar. Don't know if it's the same studio or not. Not too sure. Art is very gorgeous though. Um, is it like Heavenly Sword gorgeous or like honestly like Barbarian Quest gorgeous? I would not say so. So it gets a 9.
Yeah, I can agree with a 9.
All right, 9s all around. Story. We got like 54 chapters. It's got a story.
Yeah.
Uh, it is a school arc currently and will be a school arc for the foreseeable future, which means to me it has no real story because school arcs are sort of boring. I just feel like there's a lot of downtime. Like I don't actually care about what they learn in class unless it's like Academy's Undercover Professor where the whole point is the class. Otherwise, I really don't care about like the random rival classmate guy or like I don't really care about the alchemist either. But I don't know. There is a story. Um we've seen very little of it arguably. A lot of it has been flashbacks or alluding to things. We know that the main character's dad or well, you know, quote dad unquote uh is important. And we know that he is the prophesized great enemy who is supposed to bring down the Aesir gods. But it's nothing more than everyone just repeating that over and over to him. So I don't
Yeah.
actually think it helps. I don't actually think I fully know what the hell is happening at any time. The current arc where like the students are trapped, I don't even understand fully why they were trapped. Other than the headmaster was like, yeah, fuck them. Maybe that was the
Yeah,
whole reason,
honestly.
but it feels a little weird to send them to a dungeon when you could just like have someone, I don't know, kill them, take them to a location IRL. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Story, I feel like it's sort of early to tell. Currently, it's not the strongest story in my book. I will give it a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, kind of arcs. I wasn't really a big fan of.
I mean,
Usually
the
it's just like
amusement park arc was
really
like
fun.
a arc.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
don't even really see that side character that appears in the amusement park arc.
Nope. She appears one
Um,
time past it.
and then all the arcs are usually just like main character beats up the baddie at the end.
They're
That's
pretty short
fun.
as well.
Yeah, they're all really. There's quite a few arcs, and they're all very short.
Yeah, if you think about it, the amusement park thing took probably no longer than like 12 chapters, I feel.
Mhm.
And it had 3 dungeons in it. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, the second one was cool. The first one was literally
The
like
first one
5
was,
panels.
yeah. What was the first one really? Like Vinland Saga?
Yeah, it was just Vinland Saga, but you complete it in like 5 panels.
Yeah,
Beat
and
it up.
then the second one was sort of cool, sort of cliche, but sort of cool. The third one was just hee hee illusion magic.
Boom, beat up the big boss, win the
I
game.
can't believe they skewed the difficulty because a cat got in. What the hell? I feel like that's stupid. The cat shouldn't be considered a player. What? I
Who knows?
that's dumb, faulty logic. I feel. But what will you give the story?
Like a 5.
A 5. All right. All right. On to the rating of the characters. Now, the main characters there. He is very transactional. Um, I did write down in my notes here that he got better around chapter 40 out of like 55 or something. That's pretty late into the development of things. Not a very altruistic guy, honestly. And the whole reason why he switches from martial arts to magic is because of the stuff he got right before he regressed. Which is fair, but you know, he could have also just done martial arts anyway, I think, maybe.
I thought he went magic because of his 97% potential, and then in the future, magic was like better.
He went magic because, well, he got the eye, to be fair.
Yeah.
Uh, he did also have 97%, but he could have just stuck to his guns on his reincarnation and just went martial arts again, I feel.
Yeah, honestly, he could prove everyone in the future wrong.
Okay, I know we've gone through this before. How the hell does no one question more shit when the main character, who has studied his whole life trying to be a martial arts raider, abruptly switches his class to magic, after apparently
Honestly.
repeatedly telling his parents and his friends that he will in fact not do this? And no one's suspicious? No one thinks, that seems out of character. Is he alright? No, everyone's just like, oh, yeah, go for it, man. It, I don't know. It's the classic, like, regression, reincarnation, no one noticed a damn thing. But they really should. They really should. I don't know. I don't know how, but they really should notice that their friend's different, I feel. That's my
I
personal
feel like
opinion.
most people just like aren't on the lookout for regressors in their daily life.
I mean, yeah, to be fair, like, if you've regressed and you just didn't tell me, I don't think I would be able to tell. Well, like, well, okay, assuming that you had regressed, like, basically, like, you as, like, I don't know, like a 35-year-old Chris regressed to your, like, current body, you know?
No.
Like, I don't know, like, unless, you know, life was real tragic for you at 35 or something, then maybe you'd act a little bit different, I'm assuming.
Yeah. I mean, I
But
feel
these
like
guys don't really act
that
what?
differently.
They sort of do.
Like it's like a little bit
Like his childhood friend
teenagery.
comments on how like he used to like never leave her behind and now he did. Now he does it a lot.
Yeah.
But she's not worried that he might be an imposter or something. I I don't know.
I don't know. If I knew about like imposters, I'd be on the lookout maybe, but
If you knew they were real.
yeah, I don't think imposters on my is in my mental fortitude to give resources to.
Yeah, probably not. Probably not. It's a funny little thing to think about though. Like, what if,
Mm.
you know, the person walking next to me on the street is a regressor? And he actually comes from a post
Oh,
apocalyptic future where humanity is wiped out or something. But then it's like, well, you know, what the hell, God? Why'd you give this person regression and not everyone else? Imagine if the
honestly.
whole world regressed. How would that even work? I'm not gonna brain thinking about it. What do I like besides the main character? The childhood friend is pretty cool. He's very funny.
Yeah.
Got a good reaction images. The dark haired girl, purple haired girl, I'm not sure what her hair color is. I think it's dark purple or something. She's sort of cool. You're just your sort of like classic silent type or not protagonist, but like supporting protagonist character.
Yeah.
We got the sword guy. He's also sort of just your typical sword wielding side character. We got the headmaster. He's sort of cool. Also, like, really terrifying. I don't enjoy that trope either. I'm sure rarely people do, but it happens a lot where there is one character and they have it out for the main character. When I say they have it out for them, they really do. They are gonna dedicate like 80% of their fighting forces to take down this one character and then get beat up. Uh, that feels like waste. I would probably just like move on to a different person. I feel like, all right, cool. We'll just target the friend instead, you know? We don't need him. We'll just make him suffer or something. Instead, the guy's like, we'll put him in the center of every trial. That'll help. Yeah, I don't know. The characters are
Yeah.
sort of cool. Main character doesn't have anything that's terribly insane. All of his abilities come from other people or other gods. I don't know. He's not very original. Uh, hmm. A 5. Let's be fair-ish. A 5.
Yeah, I'll give it a 5 too.
Damn. All right. I don't do math anymore. What is this? Did we just... Oh, 9 plus 5 is 14. 14 plus 5.5 is 19.5. 19.5 divided by 30 is 6.5? 6.5? Alright, 6.5 it is. 6.5 it shall be. I mean, honestly, I liked reading this one. It looks pretty.
It looks so pretty. I stared at a lot of the art.
Yeah, I stared at a lot of the headmaster, unwillingly. Yeah, I don't know. That's about it for the review, I think. You got
Yeah,
anything else to talk about for this one?
no,
Alrighty. Who's picking the next one?
I think I chose this one.
Uh, Should I just choose the other option and have us read the spear guy? Oh yeah, actually, I did catch up to reading the Return of the Unrivaled Spear Knight, and I definitely thought at one point like, damn, it really gets good after like chapter 60, huh?
Whoa.
That's not a great thing. Oh wait, this is back? Wait, we should just read this. Apparently it's right. It just came back. Oh damn. Wait, it just came back? Yo. Okay, I've
Alright.
decided. We're reading of the take the title. We are reading Return of the Mount Hua Sect.
Well, it came back actually.
It
Holy cow.
did. Like today.
Oh,
Isn't
it
that
got a
cool?
bunch of chapters all at
Right?
once.
It's a mass release. We love mass releases. Yep. Mass release good.
Oh, I
Um
will say
oh,
Asura did really well for the typesetting for
typesetting.
the
What do you mean typesetting?
like the the fonts and like the spaces for the font, the bubbles and the words. Like whenever a god spoke, they kind of like changed
Oh,
the
it has
font,
different font
and
and different bubble.
they had like these special effects coming off of some
Mm-hmm.
of the fonts for
That's
the gods. I
true.
was like, wow, they put an effort, like
It
a lot of
did.
effort for this
More
one.
effort than they usually do.
I was like, dang, all right.
Wait, but I don't think Asura did that. I think that's literally just how like the base has it, right? All
Well,
Asura
isn't the
does is
base the
translate.
Korean?
Yeah?
So they had to erase all the Korean and replace it.
Mm-hmm. I
So
mean,
didn't they have to like
they're gonna do that for
like art?
everything though, right? Like, that just means the Korean one in general had cool vowels.
I mean, for the words themselves, like some of the words that they typed out.
Oh, for the font in particular, yes, the font would
Yeah,
be changed, but I was thinking about like the shadowy effect around the god's words. Yeah, that's probably
I
there in
think
the
that
original.
was, or because some of them I thought like were branching off of the words. So I thought
I
that
do not
maybe
have
like
an
they,
example of what you're talking about.
it's kind of like when Hel is speaking. I think she's the only god who speaks besides like Loki and sometimes Odin.
Hela talks as well.
Oh
And
yeah,
doesn't Hugin talk?
is he a god or just a crow? Is the
I mean,
crows
it's a
god?
crow, but he sort of looks cool, I guess. But I'm looking at some of Hela's particularly. speech bubbles, and it sort of looks like, I mean, it's just a brush effect. Arguably, it's just a soft brush effect.
What about when like Hell speaks?
Oh, where does hell speak? When does hell speak? Where hell
Like in the
speak? When?
beginning and then towards the end. It's like
I don't know. I don't have the brain power to look it up, I think. We'll just assume they did good this time. It's fine. They got it easy. The art's pretty.
art is so pretty.
I like the character designs actually. No, the main character is still sort of generic. I like the gods designs, my bad. Let's clarify.
Oh, at
I
the
like the
very
gods.
beginning, they were so cool looking. I agree.
Or even just like Hell.
Hell's yeah.
Hell's cool. Odin's pretty typical. Uh I mean, the crows are cool because they're not actually crows this time. Uh,
Thor is
Loki. Have we
interesting.
seen Loki before?
I don't know. He only has speech bubbles.
Yeah. Okay. So we haven't seen Loki. I don't think we've met anyone else.
At the very like in chapter 0, they show you
Wait,
Thor,
go back and look.
Valkyrie,
Chapter 0.
a couple other people.
Oh, yep. There's Odin. Odin's very typical Odin. Um. Oh, there's yep. There's a Valkyrie. There's someone to the left of the Valkyrie. I don't no clue who that would be. Balder, maybe? I'm not too sure.
What?
No clue who that is.
Looks like a typical old man, but he's got really good
Yeah,
shading.
yeah, that's fair. Oh, we got Heimdall, right? Is
Who?
that his name? Heimdall?
Which one's
The
Heimdall?
the the panel behind underneath the Valkyrie and the guy, the one on the right. Is that not Heimdall?
Oh, that's
This doesn't.
Thor.
That's Thor. Oh wait, he's got the hammer, right? Wait, what the hell? Why does Thor not look like MCU Thor? The
That's what
only
I was
canon
thinking
version of
first. I
Thor.
was like, if you don't look like Chris Hemsworth, are you sure you're Thor?
You don't even have the fucking red cape on or the pauldrons or anything.
It was still a pretty cool design though. I
It
liked it.
is, yeah. It feels more like the Record of Ragnarok style of gods. Where everyone's just sort of
Mhm.
like pretty boy, but also like ripped AF. Got some lady. Is that Freya? I'm assuming that's Freya. Actually, Freya
I
could be the
thought Freya.
Valkyrie. I'm not too
I
sure.
thought Freya was dead.
Oh, well.
Not according to this story, but like in mythology.
No, she's Odin's wife, yeah?
I thought Loki killed her.
I don't know when that happens. I don't know. And then you got Crowman there.
Yeah.
And I guess no one else. Yep, guess not. Got Valkyries and demons and shit. And
And dark elves and
Dark Elves and
normal
Orcs and
elves,
fun stuff.
frost giants.
Yeah, Raiders. Hell
Dragons.
yeah. Well, that's it for this review, I think. Um, Return of the Mount Huasect is a good thing. You should definitely read it. The second season apparently started literally today, on Asura at least. Um, which is where we read our stuff. Uh, it's a good one. I heavily recommend it. I don't actually remember, Chris. Did you ever mention reading this one?
Oh yeah, I read it.
Okay, fun, cool. We should have a good time next week. All right, that is it for now. Be sure to smash the like button and subscribe but only if you want to. But please, I don't know, do something. Comment below what you want us to review. I keep saying this, but no one actually ever comments, which is a little disappointing. Probably because this is like at the end of the video. But anyway, thank you for joining us on this episode. And you got anything else, Chris?
Oh my god, one of the comments reminded me of something.
Oh yeah, go
It's
for it.
in the beginning, there's like a bubble that says, listen to Oma, which is Korean for mom. But they spelled it UMMA?
UMMA. Uma?
Yeah, I thought usually when I see it like anglicized, it's
Mm-hmm.
EOMMA.
Huh. Uma is a 2022 film. uh
I'm assuming because it's like a mom saying, run away now, listen to Oma. So I'm assuming they
oh,
want
I see.
like mom, but Korean.
Mm-hmm. Huh.
And it was just kind of interesting that they put the anglicized translation, so it's listen to Uma. And I was like, huh,
Oh, I see. I'm also now looking at the 2022 film. Apparently, this film was released alongside Jujutsu Kaisen Zero. That is
what film?
unfortunate. Uma? UMMA?
Oh,
A 2022 American supernatural horror? Uh, yeah, apparently the same weekend it released, it was also released alongside Jujutsu Kaisen Zero, which I feel like had a higher turnout. But I could be wrong. How much did Jujutsu Kaisen even gross? Let's see. Release. Um, reception box office. Oh god. It earned 23.5 million in the first 3 days. In the US, it was released, projected to gross 8 to 13 million. It opened with. Huh. Did it? Did it not do as well? I'm confused. I don't know. I don't know how to
really?
read like grossed and whatnot. Oh no, absolutely not. No, the Uma one definitely sort of did not make that much. Okay, I misread the numbers. The Uma thing earned $915,000. But Kaisen made 23.5 million. So I do
Oh,
think
okay.
Jujutsu Kaisen won there. I feel like it's like when you release like a game you've been working on for a long time, you know, and then it releases on the same weekend as like Diablo or something. You're like not gonna get people to play your game.
Oh, it's about to be rough. Oh my god.
I feel like that's happened quite a few times with like other games where like a studio makes something and they're like, all right, after like 6 years, we're gonna release our game on this day, and then like I don't know, a new Resident Evil remake shows up or something, and everyone completely forgets about the new game. It's really unfortunate. Well, that's that. You should listen to your mom, I guess, or don't. I don't know. Get crushed by the
Yeah.
elf or Thor, you know, whichever is your poison. I don't know what I'm talking about. We'll see you next week. See ya.